Enough is enough. It's time for the Canucks to move on from J.T. Miller or pump the brakes. Forcing a trade right now would be a huge mistake. Frankie, which of those statements makes the most sense to you?
A trade has to happen, Gino. If things were going to fix themselves in Vancouver, it would have done so by now. And it's gotten so bad there that the effort you saw last night, that's nowhere near the team they were last season. And things have gone from bad to worse. You know, you go through a season where, yes, there's been a lot of injuries. They don't produce a lot of offense as a team. And then you look at the way things have kind of gone away from the ice. All the external chatter and distractions that have happened, and it hasn't been fixed yet. So something has to happen. There has to be some kind of intervention because the Vancouver Canucks are in a fight for their playoff lives right now with a team in Calgary that seems like it's the complete opposite of Vancouver. Everything's pretty happy there. They've exceeded expectations. They're in the playoff mix. In St. Louis, who Dregs reported it yesterday on Insider Trading, Doug Armstrong had to have a talk with his team and his players about how they've been playing. So they're in a fight, and it doesn't seem like they're the ones that are going to be able to battle their way out of it. So something has to give for the Vancouver Canucks.
All right, then. Elias Pettersson's no move doesn't kick in until July, so the Canucks can do whatever they want with him. J.T. Miller's got a full no move right now. If they can get Miller to waive and all things are equal, who should the Canucks move and who should they try to hang on to?
Logically, you would pick the younger player because you're going to have a little more runway with him. And I wonder this, Gino, if you were to remove one of those players, so let's say you remove J.T. Miller from the locker room, what does that do for Elias Pettersson's mental space? How does he play afterwards? Because it hasn't been a banner year for Elias Pettersson, and really ever since he signed that contract extension, his game hasn't looked the same. But he's the younger player, he's super talented, and if they can find a way to get an extra gear out of him, that's where I would be leaning. That's nothing against J.T. Miller and what he's done there. Last year was a great season. This year, obviously, it hasn't gone as he would have hoped. And some of the body language and some of the comments, they don't look as promising. But just based on sheer runway and age alone, you have to think that it's Elias Pettersson that you would keep in the mix moving forward.
You played in Vancouver. How difficult is that market for a player and team to go through the rough times that they're facing right now?
Oh man, especially when Farhan Lalji is there after practices and games just grilling you. Like he's so intimidating, Gino. No, listen, it's one of 7 Canadian markets, and they're all very similar. They're very passionate about the team, the fans, the media. They're intelligent there. They know when things go well, and they know when things go bad. And let me take you back to last year. When the Canucks played as well as they did, and everything went as well as it did for them last year, you know what the media was saying? No one's paying attention to how well the Canucks are doing. You need to pay more attention to us on a national scale. They were behind that team. Now this year, they're asking all the right questions. They're asking what's going on in the dressing room with your 2-star players. How come this team can't produce offense? Like, they're all very valid questions. So it's no more loud than any other Canadian market where things change so drastically from one year to the next. So I don't see this as a market issue. This is a team not playing up to their standards that they established last year issue.
And the good news for whoever does get moved, they don't have to face Farhan anymore. Listen, this time last year, the Canucks were top 3 in the league chasing the President's Trophy. Now they're outside of the playoffs altogether for now.